Hello everyone, I'm feeling like playing with some new luxury products today. So let's get into some Tom Ford and some Louboutin. We're gonna do swatches, create a look, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. Let's get started. The new Louboutin Sublimating Fluid Foundation. I pulled the website up, so we're gonna read a few key points to make sure that everything it states it does will do. It states that it is a light veil that brings breathable, buildable, perfectly flawless comfort and coverage. And then a few key points are that it has a luminous matte finish, 24-hour wear. It is meant to be a breathable, high coverage foundation. It minimizes pores, smooths, and softens. Long lasting without being drying. So today I'm excited to see if I can wear this as somebody who has drier skin and in her 40s. Let's go ahead and try it on and see what we think. So what I noticed is that it's a light coverage. It didn't cling to my pores on this side as much as I thought it would, but you can see my dark spots are still coming through. I put a little around my eyes, didn't cover as much as I wanted to, but this is a really nice, comfortable feeling matte foundation, and I love that it is truly a light, luminous type of finish. My skin has a subtle glow. It kind of reminds me of a matte tinted moisturizer, which I know that doesn't make sense because you're thinking moisturizer and matte, but I'm talking about the tint quality. So lighter in nature, and it feels really comfortable. So not that heavy kind of matte powdery finish that I usually feel in matte foundations. This side I love because it has hydration to it. So it really softened my skin. And of course it complements the luminosity in the Louboutin foundation formula. So overall happy with it, but I want a little more coverage. So I'm gonna go in with another layer because I went in pretty light to see if I can build this up a bit. And then I'm gonna go in with concealer to spot touch. So let's go ahead and do our second application. All right, so here we have better coverage. So you can build this up. It looks really natural and soft still. But for those of you that want that soft matte finish with that tint quality, you can do one layer and then go in with some concealer, and that should be enough. Let's go ahead and get to the next product. And most of the products you're going to see in here are going to be either Tom Ford or Louboutin because that's what I'm focusing on. So let's go ahead and get into some Tom Ford concealer, and then we will set it with some Louboutin powder. I have three favorite concealers, and the Tom Ford in the stick is absolutely one of them because a little bit on the finger warmed up creates the most beautiful skin-like finish. It dries down beautifully. It doesn't settle. Less is more. If you really wiggle it in, it looks so beautiful across the complexion. And if you have dark spots and dark circles, I'm telling you guys, this covers so well without creating that mask-like effect. Absolutely, hands down, one of my favorite concealers. All right, let's go ahead and get into the Louboutin powder to set our complexion. And I will state, it is an expensive powder. I usually use my Dior powder, and this is, I believe, 55 or 60. And the case on this alone is 75. And then the powder on the inside is 50. So $125 for a face powder. But I'm telling you guys, it feels like silk. And for those of you that have pores or texture or oil, you'll love this because it really holds the makeup in place. Take your small domed brush, don't collapse your brush. You're always just gonna use a little bit on the tips, and then you can go in and lightly place. I like to do little small circles and then work down away from the pore. So I'm going by the side of the mouth. I don't wanna just continue to work down into that groove because it will sit in that marionette line. So I work outward to create a nice brightening effect out through here, canceling the redness around the nose. I'll go over the nose because I have oil in the T-zone like most of us do. And then whatever's left over, I will tap and lightly sweep under the eyes. I don't go back into the powder because I do not want to have a heavy, cakey, powdery look under the eyes. It's very aging. Hopefully stuff is brightened and softened under the eye area compared to this side. And I'll always go over the brows just to kind of kick back that color a little bit to soften the look. In fact, you see how this kind of just made everything look more even compared to this side? Little powder at the end does wonders for the brows. Let's get into the new Tom Ford Iconic Smoke. Now, what makes Tom Ford's eyeshadows so beautiful is that the technology uses emollient texture. In fact, it's meant to mimic the structure of the skin's ceramides, so it's buttery. It rolls over textured lids. But let's go ahead and swatch these and then create various looks. Yummy, 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 buttery texture. So excited to get these on the eyes. Now I want to state that this color here is going to be incredible for two reasons. One, you can use it just to brighten the lid for a quick kind of fresh lid look. And then you can use this as your eyeliners. And then you can pop a little bit of this if you want to for a little glimmer shimmer. Or if you're finding that these are too dark, you're going to layer a little bit of this one on top to bring that color back or down. So let me show you guys what I mean. I've talked about this often, how much I love the Tom Ford applicators. They're the best. You have a pointy one, which is great for detailing or using as your eyeliner. A really nice soft angled brush for blending. And then your traditional domed doe foot applicators, but you can get 4 looks, 1, 2, obviously 3, 4, to keep your colors separate. And you just go back and forth with your placement, depending on what color you're using. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this light creamy color. Tap off any excess, and we're going to place this all over the lid. See how that just brightened the whole lid area up? Oh, so great. I'm going to go ahead and match it up. This is going to be my eyeliner. Now I'm going in very softly, and just so you guys know what I did, I worked with the point this way, and then I just flipped it over, and I'm working that other edge here. I'm trying to create a really soft, smoky look. It's not going to be a hard line here. In fact, it all comes down to pressure, so I'm very lightly just working back and forth to build up the color. Working the inner corner now and meeting it to the center. As you can see, I work in 2 directions. I don't try to do a curve. It's much harder that way. So work on the down plane and then work in the up plane and then just meet them in the middle. It's much easier. Now, whatever's left over, I'm going to lightly work up. And you can skip this part if you want. I just want a little drama at the edge of the eye, a little bit of a lift on the other side. And I'm going to pick up this color now. It's really pretty matte plum. And very lightly work it on the outer lower lash line. And I feel like that got a little too dark, so I'm going to grab some of that powder and show you guys how you can kick this color back a bit. I'm just going to go right on top. Soften the depth in that color. Now we're getting that smoky look, especially because we've layered color. Let's go ahead now and grab our next color. It's a beautiful, shimmery, anthracite plummy color. I just absolutely love it. We're going to lightly place this right in the middle only, and do not go over that line against the lash line, that plum color. You want to meet it, but not overlap. Now I'm going to graduate that up just a little bit. And remember, I do not have much on my applicator. The one thing I notice out of 25 years with working with clients and doing education is that people go in with too much. Less is more. Build up your colors slowly. It will also help your makeup to last longer when you are pressing colors in slowly and building up your textures. Now I'm going in and just blending a little bit on each side, but it's really just thinning out those edges and keeping the center nice and concentrated with pigment. Smoky, subtle daytime look. And this is beautiful to go from a day look to a night look, because imagine putting on a deep berry lip or a bold red lip, how beautiful that's going to look. And I'm going to show you guys today just that. So do I think the palette's worth it? First of all, the texture on these is like silk. It's like butter. I almost feel like they've gotten better in the last year. And this one stands out to me as far as texture. I noticed how light and emollient these are. The color story is phenomenal. And for those of you that are wondering who can wear this, anyone. Black, brown, plum, and sometimes gray, depending on the undertone, works beautifully on everybody, but especially plum because it has a little color, but it still has depth, so it can bring out your features. All right, let's go ahead and add some lips and some cheeks to finish out this look today. Sticking with Tom Ford, I'm going to go ahead and use the Velvet Cherry lipstick, and I'm going to do the Pat McGrath style that I learned back in the 90s. We take the bullets and we add it to the fingers, and then we're going to press it onto the lips. So that way we get more of a stain. And what Pat McGrath states, and it is so very true, is that this is a great way for you to wear the lipstick instead of the lipstick wearing you, because you're building up the color and adhering it to the lips. So if you're someone who likes a stain, you could do something like this. And then of course my Chanel Balm Stick, which is the first product we put on, you can go in and grab a little on a clean finger and lightly press to create soft luminous finish. I'm gonna go ahead and add a blush. I'm gonna use a light one today. I'm going to use the Dior. I'm absolutely loving this. This is in 211. Using my little domed brush, and I'll work back to that temple, flick up lightly at an angle, and do soft little circles to buff. And I love and always add a little whatever I put on my cheek to the brow ridge to bring the whole look together. Now for those of you that like a bolder lip, I'm going to go in directly with the bullet now. This is still Velvet Cherry. Do one good swipe, blend together, and then shape a bit. Now I'll take my pinky and blend out the lipstick. Let's do one more lipstick. We're gonna do the Louboutin, and you guys are gonna think, why in the world would she pick that color to go with that lipstick? But you guys know I like to play with makeup. That's the whole point, is you can take it off if you don't like it. So here's the Louboutin lipstick. This is a lip balm type of texture. Has a nice color payoff, but it's creamy and light catching. Change this color a little bit so it's not so deep. So this is a great way to create juxtaposition in texture. You have a lot of matte, especially with the shadow and then the foundation, but we have a little shimmer here creating a wetness. So by adding this Louboutin lipstick on top, changing the color temperature a bit and adding that luminosity kind of changes the makeup look in just a very subtle but impactful way. All right, everyone, we are done. I give both these products a 10. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial with swatches and information. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Now, if you guys like what you're seeing here on Voyage, it's really easy to support the channel. Go ahead and subscribe. Use those affiliate links. I get a small commission, and it helps me to continue to do this artistry education channel for you all. If you guys haven't had enough, you could head over to TikTok or to Instagram, where I show you sneak peeks of newness as well as mini tutorials. And head over to cherivoyage.com, where you can see my portfolio if you guys would like to check out some of my work. And you can also book me for a one-on-one Zoom artistry education lesson. Continue to take care of you and each other, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now, everybody.